Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to KP. Annalise here. Abba was leading me to share this, and I really don't want to share this because these kingdom marriage and kingdom spouse trenches are deep. They deep, deep. And there's a level of, excuse me, there's a level of like, there are stages, there are spaces, there are seasons that are all throughout the marriage journey that don't necessarily have, you know, the same cookie cutter effect in the space of like someone may be speaking about something um, in a manner of giving their testimony because we overcome by the blood of the lamb and the word of the testimony. So it's good that they take up their mat and walk. Um, but there's a level to it that's like almost like everybody's is like that, and it's not. So this is where it's still very important to take every word back to Abba to make sure that it's for you, what parts are for you, if it's a right now word or if it's something for you to shelf. But the more importantly part is the part where it's like um, the just that part where it's not cookie cutter. Not everything that happened in their journey is gonna happen in your journey, and sometimes maybe you might be in a similar space. Excuse me, a similar space or a similar season, but it may not unfold that way. The way Abba gave it to me was like if you go from 1 to 10, it'll be that we think it's in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Abba does what he wants, and there may be a way that he will unfold your story that's not in order. He may do 1, 2, 7, 9, 8, 10, 6, 4, 5. You get me? Even when it comes down to like if you just do ABCs, ABCD, he might do he might do D, and then he'll open up A, and then he'll go to C, and then open up B, and then do E, and then do Z, and then come back and open up O, and then M, and then go to Q, and then come and open up K. Like Abba does things the way that he does things because what mantle you carry, there is a level of training for that particular mantle. And so that mantle required that type of training in the way that it unfolded. There's a reason for it. It's not just willy nilly. On top of that, say you have, we're just going to use A. You have a season A. Someone else may have a season A, but y'all A does not look the same. Wow. Oh my God. So I was drawing something earlier today, and it involves the letter A. Oh my God. This where he be so good. I like, man, ooh, he trips me up. Oh my gosh, he be having me floored. Okay, I was drawing something with the letter A today. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I was drawing something with the letter A today. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's making me ink so bad. Wow. Okay, so I was drawing something with the letter A, Annalise. So I was drawing that, but I wanted to look up the different ways to draw an A, especially drawing it in cursive because the way that I was drawing it, I wanted to draw it a certain way. He's so good. Okay, so you see, okay, if you look up a cursive A, or you just look up like A prints or fonts in general, oh my gosh, fonts in general, because fonts are going to be the same letters, they just look different. And that's how it is with the Kingdom Marriage Journey. You might have a season A, and that season A might look like the cursive A, but somebody else season A might be just a regular A. Another person's season A might be that 3D letter A. You get what I'm saying? The one that looks more like three-dimensional than two-dimensional. Then another person's A might be the three-dimensional one, but with that shadow on the back of it. You know how you draw, my drawers, my artists know what I'm talking about. Anywho, the way that he just unfolded this, and oh my gosh, trips me out. So your seasons may have similar aspects in it, in like, hey, their season A compared to their season A, their season A, their season A, but all the A's will not look the same. So it's not a cookie cutter type thing. That is why it's so important to be in connection and intimacy with Abba, to know what is for you, what is not for you. And maybe just your season A may unfold a little bit differently. It will look a little bit different, and that is okay. That does not take away from their story, but it also does not take away from your story. These kingdom marriage and kingdom spouse trenches are out here, like, are deep, deep. And so, one of the things that I am so adamant about and very passionate about and very just like driven on is rip up your clock, rip up your timer, rip up your calendar, rip it up. Rip it up, rip it up, rip it up with the quickness, with the quickness. Because there is a level of, just like we're talking about the different A's, like different A seasons. Your season A might have been 2 weeks. The other person's season A might have been 2 years. The other person's season A might have been 12. This is not to scare you with time frames, but to understand that because we're in time, of course we're looking at time and how fast paced the world is. Of course we're looking at how long something takes. But when it comes to God and when it comes to kingdom, he created time, placed you in time for an appointed time at the right time. Come on. He is in control and he lives outside of time. Time does not disturb Abba. So what he said and what he spoke is going to be something that happens, whether it takes the 2 weeks, the 2 years, the 12 years. And so rip up the clock, rip up the list, or excuse me, yep, the list too, whoever that was for. Rip up the calendar, rip up the timer, because what's happening is you're so focused on the timer, you're so focused on how long it's been, that you are not looking at everything else, and the way and how beautifully Abba has brought this to me. Like, I believe I shared this before, was like, he knows I'm a winter lover. Like, I love snow, love snow. And even though I've never been ice skating before, he drew it to me in this space of like this ice skating rink, and there's this big light bulb in the middle which represents my promise, and it looks broken because the top of the light bulb, you know how a light bulb is cracked, and then of course the cord in the middle is snapped and it looks burnt and dull. He has that in the middle of the skating rink, and of course I have my skates on, and he's skating around me. And at first, on this journey, it was just like he's there and he's just skating. He's skating while I'm squatted down looking at this light bulb, this big, huge broken light bulb in the middle. And as he's skating around, he is literally lighting up the horizon for me. As I go through my journey and begin to heal more, eventually I'm able to hold out my hand and I'm able to skate with him. And as we skate and we go around and around, um, I'm still looking back at this light bulb in the middle as we skate around and around. Eventually, I begin to turn my head to actually look at Abba. So I'm looking at Abba, I'm focusing on Abba, and slowly but surely, I'm not even focusing on that light bulb in the middle. As I begin to not focus on that light bulb in the middle, slowly but surely, it's literally my focus stays on Abba, and before I know it, he has me like on his shoulders. You know how like the dads carry the little babies and little toddlers on their shoulders? So it's like I'm up there, and then as we skate and as he's skating with me and we're going around and around and around, he's pointing out and he's showing things that he's lit up for me, and I literally see it as like a winter wonderland with a bunch of like gingerbread houses that are just strung up with all types of lights and all types of winter wonderland type themed stuff, and it's just all strung up, it's all lit up. And as he is showing me each one, the more I'm not even worried about paying attention to or have in the back of my head that big light bulb that is broken in the middle. As he continues on, he begins to then even show me the horizon. And as he shows me the horizon, there's literally just a sea of lights. Sea to shining sea of just lights, lights, lights all around. And this is what he wants to do for each and every one of his children, to show him the beautiful gifts that he has for you. But we have to stop paying attention to the clock as far as in how long it takes. Because had I sat there just staring at this light bulb, I would have missed all the pretty lights. I would have missed all of the little things that he's doing. And those things are crucial in the space of learning, healing, and just collecting gems in general, in the space of you basically releasing something, releasing a piece of you that you didn't need, and also you gaining a piece of you that you definitely needed, which makes you a better woman, a better mother, and a better wife, but also makes you a better man and a better husband and a better father. And so um, it is very, very, very crucial and very important to rip up the clock, rip up the list as well, whoever that was for, rip up the just this expectancy, and then just stop looking at how long it's been, because you're missing so many gems. You're missing them, man. And when I say you're missing them, once you stop looking at the clock and you stop looking at how long it's been, there's a whole world that, like I said, it was just sea after sea, like we spinning around, sea to shining sea of just lights lit up. And you know how pretty lights can be, especially with like the Christmas time and everything like that. You can see the lights, and the light, it just, when, especially when they did a really good job and they did like a thorough job of making sure like there are lights everywhere when you have like a light show and whatnot. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. That's my favorite part, aside from the snow, is the lights. And so that is like a little thing that me and him have, as far as in the winter wonderland, that he just lights up. And he wants to give that to you too. Yours might be uh a amusement park like Magic Kingdom with Disney. Yours might be um you know, a field, or yours might be a forest, or yours might be a mountain, or yours might be a river, yours might be the ocean or underwater. um just different ones, and he wants to illuminate that for you. um until we have to rip up the clock and stop paying attention to it, because there's so many gems that we're missing. With that being said, I was definitely in a space today. Um it's usually like classroom, escape room, or burden. And lately it's been burdens, where I'm feeling heaviness, and I'm feeling it, but it's not necessarily me, because I'm like, what? I was just fine. What just happened? But there was a space where I was expecting something, and I was disappointed in it. And because I was disappointed in it, there was a level of, hold on. Because I was disappointed, there was a level of, shaking it off. And as I shook it off, I was fine. I gave it to Abba. He filled me up, and I was fine. And then all of a sudden, it was just like everything came on really sudden, really hard, really fast. And the classrooms is more of like, hey, come here, let me show you something. The escape rooms is like you blink and it's like, what is this? What is this? But you're having to, how do you say, focus, focus up, and you're having to really look around at stuff and not observe things from surface value. When it comes down to the burdens, it's like, it's almost like an escape room. That's where it can be tricky. You see, with the escape rooms, you're looking for clues and puzzle pieces. But with a burden, it's almost like an escape room, because it's like that blink, what is this? But you're not necessarily looking for clues or puzzle pieces. You're kind of just being in silence. For one, that's one of your weapons: silence and endurance and patience. Now, you're still going to be gathering stuff in the space of taking note of what you're feeling, and then bringing that back to Abba to understand what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. With the escape rooms, it's like gems and puzzle pieces that you're extracting, and you're still taking notes, but you're leaving out with like gems and stuff and puzzle pieces that kind of also come with what your story is and what he has you doing. But today it was a burden, and it was heavy, 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 heavy. So there's so many of you because of this, like, um, there's just so many of you that are heavy, heavy, heavy with, is this always going to be this way? Am I stuck here? What's happening? God, you said this, but this is not happening yet. It's been so long. Ripping up that list. I keep saying list, that's for somebody. Ripping up that clock. Um, why is it taking forever? And then there is that spiral down into that negative thinking of like, um, where Abba's reminding you of certain things, like, remember what I said. And with each thing that he's reminding you of, you're like, um, that negativity in you is rising up in a space where it's like, that's not gonna happen because this, and this, and that's not gonna happen because this, and that. You're kind of like almost like canceling out everything that he's saying. You can't cancel it out because his word does not return to him void. But that is the part that the enemy wants you to speak out loud, and that is the part that the enemy wants you to sit and sulk in, so that you basically give up your promise for that lentil soup. Be quiet. Your instruction is to be quiet. Do not speak your emotions out loud. Your tongue and your words are powerful. Do not speak your emotions out loud. Be quiet. Also, um, keep giving it to Abba. No matter how many times it comes up, remember what Abba said. And as soon as Puny Boy wants to put the thoughts in or breathe on your emotions that are producing more negative thoughts, you are going to cancel out each negative thought with Abba's word. Abba's word, remember, Abba's word stands true. It will outlast the heavens and the earth. The heavens will pass away, the earth will pass away. Abba's word will not. It stands true. He is not a man that he shall lie, nor the son of man that he shall repent. He has not lied to you. It is taking as long as it takes because the mantle that you have requires this type of training. It is for a reason. You will be all better for it. He is always on time. He always shows up, and he will never fail. And he will never put you to shame. He will never leave you nor forsake you. That is his word, and you stand on it. And what you got to do is take every word that the enemy's trying to breathe on to try and negate what Abba has said. You got to take that and then flip that back. What did Abba say? Just, oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Just like Jesus in the wilderness, when he was set in the wilderness, and the Satan was basically tempting him to fall off a cliff so the angels can catch him and turn this rock into bread. You know what I'm saying? Do not let the enemy bait you like that, because every time Satan said something, Jesus came back with, my father said, my Abba said. And because Abba spoke it, it's dead. So this is just a level of understanding as far as in language for what you're in, strategy for it, but also encouragement. Do not let the enemy make you give up your promise for that lentil soup. Don't do it. Zip, zip, be quiet. Give it to Abba and keep giving it to him. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, you just do it once and it's like, oh, I did it once. No, stop doing that. A lot of times when Abba is speaking something, it's not just a one-time thing. A lot of time you're going into a space or a season of it. That is why he keeps speaking it over and over again, not only to reaffirm you and reassure you, but to also just help you to still catch your equilibrium, because he's still a good father. He's still going to be there to encourage you. He's going to be there to hold your hand the entire way. Like, thank you, Holy Spirit. There's a fourth man in this fire. When the fire, when you're in the fire, and even when it's turned up 7 times higher, there's a fourth man in this fire, meaning Jesus is in it with you. God is in it with you. You might seem like, oh, I'm just in it and I'm just dealing with it. That's not true. He's in it with you, which means he can feel everything that you're feeling. Psalms 139, my favorite, 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 favorite chapter. He understands you and he knows your thoughts are far off. How do you think he knows that? Not only did he create you, but he's within you. Because he's within you, he can feel everything that you feel. And in him feeling everything that you feel, he knows exactly what is going on. There's a fourth man in this fire, and that with that being said, he's also bringing up as far as in the kingdom marriages, he's saying it's time. It is time. It is the time for these spouses that were asleep to be awakened. And he's been bringing to me four, 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 four. So not only is it fourth man in this fire, not only does four mean open door, but also he's bringing to me four as in, um, I believe it's John 11. It's the story of Lazarus. He was sick. Jesus didn't come. He died. Jesus didn't come. 3 days later, Jesus didn't come. On the fourth day, Jesus came. He said, roll away the stone. Where did you bury him? Show me where you buried him. Show me where you buried the promise. Show me where you buried the dream. Show me where you buried the ideas that I've given you. Show me where you buried it. Move the stone. You gotta move the stone. Move the stone. And then he said, Lazarus, come forth. That was on the fourth day. So he's been giving me that, tying all of those together. And then I don't like doing this. I don't like doing this because, like I said, rip up the clock, rip up the calendar, rip up the time frame. But it's for somebody, and I'm going to be obedient. November 4th. Catch it. Fourth man in the fire. Catch it. Lazarus for the fourth day. 4 meaning open door. 4, November 4th. Catch it. It's all coming together. So November 4th is specific for somebody. I don't know who it is. I don't, like I said, I don't like doing time frames. Oh, it'll happen in the next 3 days, the next 7 days, the next 12 hours. I don't like that. I do not like that. And I don't preach it and I don't teach it because it's a space of like, I was going to let you sit in something as long as he deems you to sit in that. And there's no telling how long you're going to sit in that. You can ask him for like what season you're in. You can ask him for like what is the kind of like time frame for it. You can ask him. Not all the time will he give you one, and even if he does give you one, it's not going to be that exact time. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to be this space in place of like you not knowing the time or the hour. That's not only for the day of the Lord, but that is also for when he comes in and when he comes through to do what he said he was going to do. So with that being said, that's for somebody November 4th, but that's all Abba gave me to speak. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do the thing. Remember, God is love, Jesus the way, the truth, and the life, and I will be back on the next video. Ciao.